Welcome back to another episode of Aunt and Andrew, where family's everything.
Until it's not. I'm Aunt.
And I'm Andrew.
Hi, Andrew. How are
Hi,
you?
Aunt. I'm good. Doing
That's
well.
good. Well, yay. Can we have first a moment of silence? Thank you. This show is finally over. Hallelujah. That's
Hallelujah.
all I gotta say.
And talk about just it's like if you had a terrible relationship.
Yes.
You want to kill your husband, you kick him out of your house, he cheated on you, he never liked you, and then right when you kick him out, he's like, "Hey, baby, I think you're amazing." That's how this feels. It was the worst season. There was nothing fun. And then on the last episode, they finally decided to have fun.
Yeah, totally.
And I don't even know.
I don't even know if it was real fun. I mean, there was. I'm just going to say I like a party with music. I didn't hear any music. There was no music. I'm just saying.
I think Brynn ruined her own party. We'll get there.
Oh, that's for sure. But I will say this. Finally, we had an episode where they were all in New York. They all brought it in terms of fashion because Sai in the opening was just like full on a Prada in her first scene, go into the cheap wig store in Harlem, but she's dressed all in Prada. And then the next scene, she's dressed all in Dior, just covered in Dior.
Yeah.
And finally, they were like bringing the style. They looked like they were New Yorkers. They had money. They had style. I thought finally.
Jenna's son would have been fun all season too. He's got
style. He's got
a little chutzpah.
Yeah. Well, he's a New York City kid.
Yeah, I thought he was, but it was just interesting. It was like, and you know what? The Brynn
it's what every episode should have been like.
And Brynn at the end with Sai, that was like a normal Housewives fight. Like, and what I mean by that is so abnormal and like dramatic and just over kind of like over something relatively serious. But I have to say, I agree with Sai 100%. I thought the way she handled herself was perfect. She felt, you could tell in her eyes when she blurted it out to Erin. She was like, "Oh no, please don't say that. I shouldn't have said that." Like she backtracked right away.
Right, but then she went to lunch with Brynn and repeated it.
Yes.
I mean, it was the whole thing was Sai's fault, and she took no accountability, which is why she left.
No, she didn't. She did. She said, "I'm sorry for sharing what I shared at lunch, but I did it off camera, and you chose, Brynn, with the camera in your face."
Right, but she did talk about it on camera with Erin.
But you can tell naturally right away. She said
it was on camera. It was
she
on
didn't
camera.
mean to. Brynn knew that it was a secret, and Brynn literally, you can see before,
that's
like
a technicality to me.
I don't know.
It was sort of a technicality. She'd already said it.
Didn't we just say it's about the cause, not the symptoms? It's about the intention, not the act.
Okay. Yeah.
The intention for Brynn was to blow it up.
Okay. Are we getting ahead of ourselves?
Well, no, it's the overarching theme of the whole episode. Brynn literally had an assignment. Cause as many problems as possible. And she started from the beginning of the party when the first thing she said to Abe and the other guy was talking about wanting to fuck them. And
all of them. Let's just have a party with the men.
I thought she was going to say, "Don't tell your wives. We know how that goes."
She was going down on the knife and everything. I mean, it was just too much. Again, I told you it's too much. I'm going to tell you, I changed how I felt about almost everybody in this season. From beginning to end.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you think is too much? Brynn with the sexual stuff? It's Sonia Morgan in a nutshell. Don't say that. Sonia Morgan was hopping on this guy, jumping on that one, sleeping here, sleeping there.
But they weren't people's husbands.
No.
I
also think that maybe they cut it. Do you think, and I'm just asking.
Because she used to, who arrived in, where is Dorinda? Who arrived when she said that to Dorinda's guy, John? What are you doing here without Dorinda?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Sonia was all about, Sonia didn't mess around with anybody's husband. She wasn't all over Mario.
But I don't think it's real.
Or any of that.
And I have a feeling in this one, Brynn probably did say, "Don't tell your wives," and Bravo cut that out. Yeah, it's clearly a joke now.
I get it.
They thought about it for 5 episodes.
But I think it's too much. I just do. And you know what's even worse? Is that Brynn, it tries to make you out that, oh, was she? Or, oh, I'm an organic chemist and I love to read books. But then, she's doing all sorts of things with
I don't know if she is.
I don't know. And then you know what, though, on top of it, you know what the worst part is? It's your birthday. Bring a date.
Oh, no.
The fact she didn't have a date or somebody was weird to me. It was just sort of weird. And then she was like,
she didn't. I don't know if she would have been
here with all the husbands. Oh, God. Ugh. I don't know.
Well, I hate to tell you, they're coming back. And
I know they probably are. I don't know if I'm coming back for them, but they are coming back. I'm going to tell you, I changed how I felt about every single housewife during the season. But I will say, and I also thought it was sweet. She bought a tree, but I don't get the whole tree thing. The tree's already like half dead. It's over the whole bit.
This is when I know you just hate them all.
The first storm that comes, the tree's going down. What happens when you buy a tree in Central Park and a storm comes in and knocks it down? What happens then?
First and foremost, there's not kind of storms like that in Central Park.
There could be.
There's buildings that surround it. The wind doesn't go through it like our neighborhoods.
And very, very windy in New York City.
That tree is not going to fall into the water, okay? I can't wait to go to the bench.
I'm just saying.
I want to record a podcast episode from the bench.
Okay, I'm fine. That's fine. Any excuse to go to New York, as long as I
do have a question,
to risk
though.
My life.
How did Sai see the bench that was on the other side of the tree trunk?
Because they already went over there and they already cased out the area before they even did the shot. That's how. I don't get the whole tree thing. What can I say? But I will say that Jessel is very lucky that Jenna Lyons gave her house to do a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Then Jenna Lyons stepped in and showed her how bad her photo shoot was. And then she's lucky Ubah came in to give her more instructions because Jessel didn't know what she was doing without those two. And she was lucky.
Ubah is beyond stunning. Like when she had on that leather jean jacket, she looked like a Vogue, like the girls you see in Vogue, like that aren't posing in a gown, but just like the model in like a cute outfit, like just in passing. Beyond. I love Ubah, but I don't know if she has all of the qualifications to be a housewife.
I agree.
But I like her for who she is. She just doesn't hit the housewife mold for me.
I agree. And it's stupid that they made anything out of David saying he didn't understand why she didn't have somebody. It was stupid. And she shouldn't have been offended and he shouldn't have had to apologize.
Yeah, but
that
he
is
did.
Just something
I think he's a stand-up guy. He went right away. He did it. He pulled her aside.
He totally did. I'm just saying, I don't think he needed to.
Yeah, I think Sai was right when she was like, he meant it in like a way of like,
I don't think when
she was the only single person there. So he wanted to make her feel like loved, that she too.
Yeah, he was like, I don't get why you don't have somebody. I don't think that's a bad thing to say. I don't think anybody should be offended by that. That's a compliment.
And also,
you know what's an insult? No, you know what's an insult? I don't know. How did you get a guy like that? That's an insult.
Yeah. Or let's talk about the husband.
Oh, let's
talk about the husband. Let's talk about the husband.
But an insult is, how did you end up with a guy like that?
Yeah.
No, that's an insult. How you don't have a guy, why don't you have a guy, isn't. I don't know why you don't have a guy. You're spectacular. You should have a guy. It's not anything anybody.
Or how about this? Do you date? Are you trying to get with someone? Because you're so amazing. Anything? I either way, I just think that the reason why the fight at the end was so natural was because for the first time all season long, someone stirred the pot.
Finally. God, thank you.
The burner hasn't even been on the fucking pot.
Do you think that somebody told them, like a Brynn or whatever, like really, kick it up, like make sure you got secrets, let's bring it out, let's kick it up tonight. It's kind of in a little the producers, don't you think?
I think Brynn wanted to make sure her party didn't get cut, so she made sure she dropped a bomb.
Oh, yeah. They are still way too obsessed with poor Pavitt.
I like him.
Pavitt. I do too.
I like Jessel now too.
Yeah, I do too.
She's entertaining, at least.
And she's not, and you know what? I like that she didn't hug everybody. And she's like, I don't need to hug them, because you know how I feel with all these fake hugs. I mean, if you took apart how much time we have with fake hugs, there's probably 5 minutes of fake hugs in this show every week. I'm over the stupid fake hugs. And then they got to just hug once and kiss. They got to go back and forth. Ugh.
Yeah.
What can I say? I'm over the hugs. The problem is with Pavitt and Jessel, though, is he's really not attracted to his wife. He's not.
No, I don't know if it's not attracted. I think it's that like they have their own like, okay, listen. They remind me very much of myself in a way too. And you should kind of feel that way too. I mean, like they just let each other stay in their own lane, which
yeah. But they're young. You know, you should have a little bit more passion.
But imagine their kids are so young that like they only have a couple of years before they're going to be literally having to deal with each other so much because their kids start to talk.
Yeah, totally. And I do think it's nasty. I get Pavitt, that's his name, right? I think it's nasty that they keep on throwing daggers into a marriage that isn't showing a problem.
Yeah.
Like they're creating a problem, the other ladies. You don't see Jessel projecting a problem in her marriage, except they didn't have sex for however long.
But she also shared that with them, which like if there were problems in the marriage,
you wouldn't even,
I don't think she would have shared it like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think they're trying to create problems in a marriage that didn't exist. And I think that's some place you just don't go.
Well, if Jessel needs any relationship advice, I think Whitney and Justin could share it with them from Salt Lake City. You know, you go and you get a wedge salad and you get a dessert and you get a filet and you get
got it all at once
and you don't wear your wedding ring and it's the most chaotic. But I know. I mean, I think that Jenna Lyons, I don't think will come back.
Well, and not only that, but what's the point of having a mask party if you don't keep the mask on? And Jenna was the only one that kept her mask on. And I was looking why. I don't think she had her lashes on because she had on her mask and she didn't want to take off her mask because I don't think she had her full makeup on.
Oh, that was smart.
Yeah. So that's why it's stupid to have a mask party and everybody went and got masks. And I thought the whole thing with the parrot, puppet, parrot, whatever. Funny. I didn't think it was funny at all. I thought it was stupid. There, I said it.
I mean, I didn't think it was stupid. I thought it was.
I did. I didn't get it at all. I didn't get any of it. I hate.
What, should she have come as a bunny?
Costume. She should have. Brynn could have.
As a bunny rabbit?
Yeah, there you go. That's what I think. Oh yeah.
Well, who's your daily mess?
Well, I just want to say a few more things about this episode. Once it's done and I'm over it. I thought that the cake book was BS. I thought that the Nancy Drew was BS. I thought that the husbands are crazy. I thought it was crazy she didn't have a date. I thought Brynn might have been high or drunk. The best line of the night was when Ubah said, "No, you get nothing. You go McDonald's and you don't get fries."
Oh yeah.
That was such a great line. The mess.
Brynn has to be the mess. It's her own party. And she literally goes, "Ubah, you got a guy in Connecticut?"
Yeah.
When she knows that it wasn't.
She wanted the excitement. I really did. That's all I'm going to say.
It's messy, but it was fun.
Yeah, it was messy. I just want to say the Daily Mess is the whole show. But I will say,
yes,
in closing, that I want to say that I changed my opinion of every single one. Okay. And some went back and forth. I didn't care for Sai, then I liked Sai, and by the end, I didn't really care for her. I liked Erin, and by the end, I didn't care for her. I didn't care for Jessel, and now I like Jessel. Brynn, I'm still on the fence with. Ubah, I'm indifferent to Ubah because she didn't make you go either way. And Jenna Lyons is overrated.
Thank you. And she's boring.
Yeah, she's overrated. Yeah.
And like, I hate to say this, like if her name was Jenna Crew, and that's why it was called J Crew, maybe I'd care a little bit, but you're not even, your name's not even in the brand. This isn't like Dolce on Beverly Hills when they go to, Dolce's house.
Yeah. Come and give them a crown. Yeah.
So I liked the attempt, but like, bring like Rebecca Minkoff on the show, or like like an actual designer.
Yeah. Yeah. Even
if you
doesn't
really
have
want
to
to
be,
make them untouchable.
Yeah, it doesn't even really have to be like a big designer. It could be like, well, Rebecca would be fine. I guess something like that. Oh, who's the one with the little shoes everybody has? Tori
Birch.
Tory Burch, like
maybe
something
Betsy
like that.
Johnson.
No, Betsy's too old.
Yeah, it's true.
Betsy's in her 70s. I'm thinking just somebody who's a young designer. That would be fine. If you're going to bring bring me a real designer.
I wish they had the money to do like Blake Lively and Taylor Swift and like all these actual cool elites in New York City.
Yeah, that would be cool, but they don't.
I know.
And they wouldn't do it either. All right.
No, I know they wouldn't, but like that's what we're up against. It's kind of like thinking about like back in the day, mob wives, the real mafia wives of like the captains and the bosses.
Yeah. They weren't really going on a show. Right. No, totally. And can we just say that thanks for joining us for this season of the Real Housewives of New York.
Yes.
Now,
well, we're going to do the reunions. I'm okay with the reunions.
Okay. We're going to,
we'll do one. Let's do one to recap
both the reunions. That's what I think, is who needs to hear this. And maybe if anything good happens, it might be different, or you might never hear about the Real Housewives of New York again.
Yeah, but we did see the promo for the Ultimate Girls Trip.
And not only that, but I've seen so many promos for Beverly Hills. So I'm happy that's coming.
Well, I love it how Dorit goes, there's the rumor. And I wish they remixed it to Meredith Marks going,
rumors.
Anyhow, love you guys. Follow us on Instagram at Aunt and Andrew. We post content all the time. Follow us on YouTube. And like us and comment and subscribe. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.